My man. All right, Carlos.
All right, buddy.
Well,
We got now. We got this time.
John Gotti Jr. I got people sending me shit.
What's up with him?
Well, they keep calling him a rat. And
Why?
I spoke to my guys over here on the street and said, is he any good?
Mm-hmm.
And this is from people involved that are still in it today. Is John Gotti Jr. checks out good. I don't care what anybody fucking says. That's from the street. I don't know John Gotti Jr., never met him. I'm not a Gambino fan. I'm not a Gambino guy. I'm on the Bonanno side, if anyone. Okay. So I asked the top dog down here in South Florida. He says he's good. Never. Now, there are people on YouTube saying he's got 302s and that the 302, you sit down, you debrief, right? You talk, you give up names. It's really easy to say someone's got a 302. I could say I got a 302 on you. Anybody could say that they have one. It's just anybody could say it. First of all, you got to prove it. And the proof is, if someone says they got a 302 on you, that you talked and you gave up people, the proof is who did you snitch on? That's the key. So if John Gotti's if there's a 302 on John Gotti, who did he testify against? Who did he get arrested? Who did he get indicted? Who did he put in jail? Just saying someone has a 302 doesn't cut it. Because we can drop 302s on everyone. Yeah, I got a 3. It's a piece of fucking paper. And first of all, you know how hard it is to get a 302, a copy of it? That's when you cooperate, that's 302s. That's fucking secret.
But that's what a 302. I don't understand what's
a 302. It's a form meaning you cooperated.
Okay.
That's all. It's just a form, a 302. They call it a 302. It's a debriefing. Fuck, I don't know. I've never seen one, but that's what they are.
Okay.
But when someone cooperates, apparently it's called Form 302 or something to that effect.
And then if someone's going to trial or something like that, and their discovery, that 302 should pop up.
It should pop up that someone's going to testify against you. If they got a witness against you, they have to let you know who it is. They can't come up with a surprise witness. Right. It's impossible. So, I get a lot of people saying there's a 302 on John Gotti Jr. I don't care what you say. Who did he take down? Who did he testify against?
Let's say there is a 302 against somebody, and that person that he got the 302 against pled guilty. Would he know?
You can use let's say John. Well, I'm not even going to use John's name. Let's say Frank, because I don't think it's true. Let's say there's a 302 on Frank. Frank debriefs. He debriefs, and he's going to testify against you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to go to trial. They have to tell you, listen, if you go to trial, Frank over here debriefed, and he's going to testify against you. You're going to know before you go to trial.
Okay.
Look, Sammy the Bull did it to the German. What the fuck was his name? Anyway, he's not German. He's from another country. And this guy was going to go to trial. And then right before they found out Sammy the Bull's going to testify, he's like, fuck that. I'll take the deal. I'll take the deal.
I got you.
So just because someone says there's a 302, okay, that's fine. True or not, I don't care. Who did he take down? Who did he get arrested? Who did he get indicted? Who did he testify against? See, when you do that, there's always a fucking name attached to it. You don't just debrief and no one gets arrested. For what for?
Right.
And if you did just debrief and no one got arrested, who the fuck cares? In my book, I don't care. If you debrief about what you did and has nothing to do with anybody else, if there is such a world and no one gets arrested, who cares? Who gives a fuck?
Yourself. You don't incriminate anybody else.
Who gives a fuck? But in the mob, you can't do that. You can't talk to the feds, period. You can't do that. You can't sit at the same table with a fucking federal agent, no matter what it is. So now John Jr. is trying to get out of the mob, and they're saying part of his deal to get out was he had to debrief. He had to debrief and talk to them, and I got a 302 on him. I don't buy it. He did his 10 years. He said, listen, I'll plead guilty to 10. I'm not doing life. I'm not going to trial. Saya fucking Nora, baby. And that was it. So, flashing around a piece of paper, it doesn't cut it. Yeah, you need names, baby. Who did he snitch on? That's what I want to know. Until then, John Gotti Jr. is good to me.
Right.
How about you, motherfucker? What do you got?
Hold on. All right, because this leads into a story with a friend of mine, that got locked up. Okay, that got locked up. Hold on. Give me a second. 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. I gotta do something real quick. Hold on.
Well, this is what we YouTubers. Here's what probably happened. Carlos is bullshitting us right now. He probably went to take a dump. He ain't gonna see this part of the video because he never watches it anyway. So he's over there pretending he's looking at.
All right, listen. This is gonna put me. This fits right into something that happened to a friend of mine. Right, he was locked up here in Colombia. Okay, he didn't know where the hell this shit was coming from. Right, so he started moving people around. You know what I mean? Throwing some money here, there. You know, trying to find out information. Where the hell is all this shit coming from? They had a case out of Puerto Rico. He had a case out of Spain. And he was getting close to finding out who had set him up, who snitched him out. Okay. What happened?
Well, you tell me.
One day out of the fucking blues, they call him out to the rec yard. As he walking to the rec yard, bum, 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 bum.
What? In prison?
In prison.
He got knocked off in prison.
He got knocked off in prison. One of my best friends.
God damn, you guys over there, man. You can't. How the fuck you get knocked off in prison?
He got knocked off in prison. Guns, yeah, guns.
Who shot him? The guard?
They let some people in. They let some fake prisoners in there, and then they took them out. There's a big case. There was a big case on that lawsuit and everything. The family, they got some money. Okay, guess who had him knocked off?
Fuck, I don't know. I'm lost.
The person that snitched on him.
So the snitch tried to
this close. He was this close to finding out who snitched on him. What was he gonna do? He was gonna let the word out.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Whoa. Good fucking move. Checkmate, baby.
Yeah, but it didn't last them too long.
No.
Because eventually we all found out who it was.
Who was it?
With two brothers. And then they were partners with him in those certain deals that he was like, I don't understand. You know what I mean? The only one that was involved in this was my compadre. You know, everybody here, when they're tight friends, everybody's compadre. It was my compadre so-and-so, my compadre so-and-so, and so-and-so. My compadre wouldn't do that to me. His compadre fucked him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He got knocked off in the prison?
You can look it up I'll text you his name so you can check it out.
Damn.
Okay? In prison. What happened? When the word got out of who had done this, obviously his family was no joke. You know what I'm saying? They knocked the main compadre, they knocked him off here. The other one, there were two brothers. The other one, they sent him to Spain.
Okay.
He left to Spain because, you know what I'm saying? He's in trouble. You know what I mean? This one got knocked off here in front of his house. Walking into his house, he got knocked off. And they left a note, you know, they threw a note on him, you know, for being a snitch. You know what I'm saying? Sapo, you remember? You know what I'm saying?
Now listen, now that we're talking about snitches, I told you that before, but I don't think a lot of YouTube people know this. The guy on my case, all right?
Okay.
When we were sitting there having a meeting with him at Hemingway's, this Italian back, you know, this restaurant in Hollywood. And he comes in, and right off the rip, they're talking dirty. I mean, they're talking, we want 50 keys. I'm like, what the fuck? I just met these people, you know, and I put the word out before I got there. I said, listen, we're talking about diamonds.
Right.
This is a meeting about diamonds. I don't want to hear anything else. So put that out there before we get there. First thing they said, listen, we need to, what the fuck are you talking about? And Sal pulls them over. No. And then they come back with, oh yeah. And I cleaned it up. I said, listen, you looking for dope? You got the wrong person. You got me fucked up. And my dad's over there going, just let's get the fuck out of here. I'm like, yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. He goes, but listen to him first. Let's listen to him and we'll go. Anyway, this motherfucker, Mario Adamo, you can look him up. Adamo, Mario Adamo.
You had given me his name before, yeah.
Right. So we checked him out. This guy, after that meeting, I was like, whoa, this is no good. And then he goes, listen, check me out. If you want it,
Right.
He's Italian. This guy's from off the boat Italian.
Wow.
With the accent still. Okay.
Right.
And I checked it. He did 15 fucking years and got out. He did his fucking 15, didn't talk. So I'm like, damn, this motherfucker did 15 years. Maybe I'm just paranoid or he just didn't know how to talk at the meeting, something. It didn't make sense. So he checked out. Everyone, no, this guy's good. He's good. He didn't talk back. Lo and behold, this motherfucker did his 15 years and got deported back to Italy.
Okay.
Was doing life in Italy.
Oh.
Life. He gets on the phone, calls the great US of A and says, if you get me out of here, I'll take down fucking 300 people. So the US fucking signed, brought him over here.
Okay. And gave him money. I
Gave
remember.
him fucking $300,000.
Okay.
And he was right. He took down 300 fucking people.
A grind of pop.
He took down, and listen, he was dry. This guy, our people here in the great US, boy, they took care of this motherfucker, like driving around in a Porsche, taking down people, and then making money too. He was making more money as an informant than the cops.
You know what this motherfucker would do? The one that had my friend knocked off? I remember one day he called me. He called me, right? And told me, listen, I got 2,000 bricks going out. You know what I'm saying? You want a piece of the action? Like, usually when people doing things like that here, it's quiet. No, you don't want the other person to know. You don't want anybody to know. Him and I weren't really friends. We knew each other from, parties and, socializing, you know who's who here. But we never talked business. We never. And then out of the blues, he calls me and he tells me that he's got, he's sending out 2,000. And if I want, he'll front me 200. Right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
He'll front me 200, right?
Okay.
I told him, listen, I don't have any money right now at that moment. I don't have any money right now. Thanks, but no thanks. You know what I'm saying? No, I'll spot you. I'll spot you for the 200. I'll pay everything. And, we just deduct it from the top. And I'm like, this shit sounds too fucking funny. I go, no, listen, I really appreciate it. Thank you. No problem. He went on. He went with another friend of mine. And that motherfucker is all like, oh, yeah, hell yeah. And they took off. Supposedly, they took off with 2,000 bricks. Right? He did this to a couple of people. Supposedly, the bricks got knocked off by the cops, right? He turned them in. You know what I'm saying? But since he fronted them to this other guy, hey, the shit fell. But since I spotted you, need to pay me my investment.
So he is going to put 200 bricks on the load, but when the load got picked up by the cops, he had to reimburse him, even though the guy didn't have any money.
He gets paid anyways. Nope.
Now, my question, was there really a load, or was the whole thing bullshit?
It was all bullshit.
There was no load, was there?
There was no load.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was a way of him ripping off people.
That's some slimy shit there. You know what? You're a criminal. There's a thing we used to say in Japan: don't do dirty inside dirty.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Already crooked enough.
We're crooked. We do bad things. You don't. What do they say? They say there's no honor among thieves, but I don't know if I buy that shit. But
nah, that's not true.
when you're in this life, you don't fuck each other. You're out to.
Right.
Hopefully you trust each other, and so because you're on the other side of the line,
you're out there for the money and a good payday.
You gotta trust the people on this side of the line because you're not trusting the ones on that side of the line. So don't do dirty inside dirty. Fuck that.
Well, let me finish the story with him. After that, he got knocked off in the front of his house, right? His brother fled to Spain. His brother got run over by a bus.
God damn.
Oops.
By accident?
Yeah.
By a bus. You got to be a dumb motherfucker to get run over by a bus.
You believe that shit? Karma. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to do that to this motherfucker. If you cooperated with, asked for protection or something, but they went and they knocked them off in jail.
Damn, you're not safe anywhere in your country, are you? Not even in jail.
That shit's not happening anymore. Trust me.
I mean, I know you get shanked and shit in prison. Okay, but fucking someone
No, this was actual. Yeah, they put a bunch of them in them. You know what I mean? Hey, did you see that video that I sent you? You saw that one of those guys had an AK?
Fucking,
you didn't notice that?
Yeah, I noticed it. And one had an Uzi.
And the other one had an Uzi, all fully automatic.
Unbelievable.
Tore him up. Huh?
I couldn't believe. Listen, that video, I can't believe how clear it was. First of all, I mean, I can't hear you.
It was from a security camera.
But yeah, shit. When you get a security camera over here, and this is first world fucking America, it's all black and white and grainy and shit. Can't see anything. Right?
This shit was clear.
That shit was fucking 4K Ultra HD.
Well, they say Colombians are nosy, so they got good cameras.
Man, that shit was like you could see the fucking pimple on the guy's face. It was nuts.
Hey, listen, there's not a way that, like, for instance, we're doing this, right? That we can show the videos and stuff like contents like that, and then we comment on this shit. You know what I mean? There's no way.
There's a way to do every fucking thing. It's called fucking high technology fucking people. Not me, motherfucker. I have to figure that shit out.
Because it would be good for
send me a video, and then I gotta upload the video somewhere. Don't know where. Download it on the computer.
Or like, for instance, that we're here and we got three cameras, right? You and I, and then at the bottom we show the video, and then some. You know, we can comment on it like that. The viewers, the subscribers can also know what we're talking about.
Wow. If we're playing the video live as we're talking about it, that would be tricky. What we could do is, as we're talking, we could say, okay, watch this, and then I cut this video feed and let them play it, and then they can watch the whole thing, and then we get back to it. But doing a live thing,
I don't know.
Got the wrong motherfucker here. I could barely turn my computer on in the morning.
Hey, but I'm pretty sure the guys everybody watching enjoy those videos.
I don't know, because that was, listen, I was watching some videos last night of people getting killed. Don't do this.
I'm gonna send you some videos of what stuff that I've done here. You tell me what you think.
Oh, I've seen some bad shit, man. I mean, I've seen some, but these are YouTube people. These are, you know, they like our stories, but they don't want to see it. Trust me.
They don't want to see it.
There's a few of them that do. I can't say all of them don't, but listen, there's a few people that think.
We'll show a couple when they come over here.
There's a few people that think they want to see it, but once they do, they won't be sleeping. They won't be sleeping. Because some of that shit, like the one I was watching these guys last night. They were I think they were Muslims. They were Muslims killing Muslims. I don't know why. Might have been, you know, there's different religions, different parts of the Muslim religion.
Yeah, they interpret it different ways.
And they were killing them just because, and they were just laying them. They had them lined up. These guys were lined up. They laid them flat on their back, on their stomach, actually on their stomach, and then a doctor would come up and check their back to find out where their heart is, because they got to know exactly where the heart is from the back. And then a guy would stand above them with a weapon and put 5 bullets in their back. These guys laid down, they didn't even move. They just laid down, didn't cry, didn't say a word. Laid down, pop, 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 pop. And the next one, pop, 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 next one, pop, pop, pop. So then, you know, I'm thinking, I'm watching this shit and I'm going, it bothered me because there was no reason for it. When there's a reason for it, it doesn't bother you at all. You actually enjoy it. There's a big difference. There's people that deserve it, and then you're like, all right, this is fun. And then there's people that don't deserve it at all, and it really fucking bothered me. These guys are just walking down, laying down, and boom, boom for nothing. And the video you sent me today, we don't know what's going on there, but we know what's going on. Right. But they got sprayed, boy. They got fucking sprayed.
They went
This
for the
car,
objective.
I'll explain it to these people. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4 people outside of, looked like a 7-Eleven, but it wasn't a 7-Eleven, right?
Yeah,
Like a
it was a
little grocery
supermarket.
store.
Yeah,
Sitting right in
exactly.
the front there, they just bought their shit. They were shooting the shit. Car drives up, guy leans out the window, and man, I'll tell you what, he must have put in, how many?
He sprays them all.
He sprays them. They all drop like this. And okay, just like, then they take off. One guy got hit in the stomach. He gets up. The other two are, one guy's down. One guy gets up. He's hit in the stomach. He's got his 9mm. He leans over the top of the car. Now that car was probably 15 yards, 20 yards away. Okay, they went to the, he leans over the car with his 9mm and he starts shooting at them, just not even aiming, just shooting. The other guy who's hit, he's leaning up against the wall. He pulls out his gun and he's just shooting in the air, kind of like bang, bang. So their mentality was they're letting those people know they got guns, not to come back. That's exactly what it was, because they weren't even aiming. They were just going boom, 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 right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the guy who's up there on top of the car shooting them, he kind of just sits down and lays down and fucking.
He had one in the stomach.
He dies. He had one in the stomach. He had a minute or something, minute left in him until he bled out. And he fucking unloaded his clip. Then the guy, the third guy, he's over there near the doorway, the entranceway to this little convenience store. And I guess someone who worked there came out.
Yeah.
And they're talking to him, and he's leaning. He would have been okay. He would have been okay, that guy. I think he got hit in the leg. Yeah. He's leaning up against the wall, and these motherfuckers come back. They're on foot this time, right? There was what, 4 or 5 of them?
4 of them.
4 of them. They're on foot, and that guy's sitting up against the wall, and the fat guy's at the doorway with him, and they're talking. Look, first of all, why the fuck was the cashier? His ass should have been long gone. He's out there shooting the shit.
Like I told you, Colombians are nosy.
What the fuck? He's shooting the shit with the guy that just got shot. There's 2 dead ones in front of him.
I know, and he's telling the guy, they're still here, motherfucker, run.
His ass should have been long gone. I mean, come on. Well, anyway, they come back and they spray the one guy, hit him right in the fucking head. He was done. He was finished. Then they come over to the other 2 guys and they unloaded their clip on both of them. They were already dead. So they all took turns.
There's 4 of them because there was one towards the right part that the camera didn't catch. It was
he got knocked off right away then.
Right. Yeah, he was the one that got knocked off when the car came by. They were, because the guy in the white that was behind, he came out of the supermarket shooting. Oh. And then as he was shooting, he got hit and he came back behind the car. So there's one that's not in the camera. You know what I mean? He was there when they were talking before the red car comes by and sprays them.
Now, what do you think? What was that? What were they fighting over?
They're fighting over territory. That's high level shit, kid. That's not gang fights from the hood. No,
those guys, those motherfuckers.
This is golf against ELN, maybe. You know what I'm saying? The guerrillas. This is something high level, because those weapons that these fucking guys had, and the cars, and the way you saw that when the red car sprays them, and then this guy starts running and he starts shooting behind the red car. There's another car that blocks him from shooting the other guys, and then he didn't know that car had anything to do with them, and he's the one that blue car is the one that sprays him back and shoots him in the stomach.
So I'm thinking the guys with the fucking machine guns. Those are your mountain people.
Those are the ELN. No joke. No joke.
Because they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, they went for the objective. They know exactly.
Those motherfuckers come out with 9mm, pop, pop, pop. They're bringing a slingshot.
Uzis, AKs, and the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Man. I mean, and they had plenty of time to run. They weren't going to go after them. No, they needed to get out of there.
Nobody moved. I don't get it. The one guy that got hit in the stomach, he could have tried to run. He said he's over there shooting his gun over the top of the car.
Go inside the supermarket. They weren't going to go in there.
No, hell no. But they didn't run. They just fucking sat there. I don't get it. And the one that got shot in the leg, his ass should have been crawling on his fucking elbows.
He should have been gone, exactly, because they had plenty of time.
They did. I had plenty of time.
The one that didn't have a chance was the one that got sprayed with
The first one.
Exactly. The rest could just hauled ass. If I would have seen some shit like that being sprayed and I only got a 9 on me, I'm out.
I'm gone.
You know what I'm saying? I had a friend of mine. He used to be funny. He says, like, when you have a gun, like for instance, I got 10 shots, right? 5 shots are to see if I hit somebody. The other 5 is to run. You know what I'm saying? You run and you shoot. You know what I'm saying? You're out of there.
Yeah.
You know, especially against, you know, machine guns and shit like that.
That shit was...
There were losses to be doing before that shit started. Okay.
All right, my brother. What's that?
When are you coming?
Tomorrow, baby.
All right. Okay.
I'll be there. I told you I'll be there. I'll be there.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Bye-bye.